this week's video, I'm testing out the worst rated airlines. So please fasten your seatbelts because there may be some turbulence. Why am I doing this? Well, I'm a frequent flyer, so honestly, I'm just trying to get some more points. For each flight, I will be testing out every bad review, rating their hospitality, and then writing my own review. And at the end of this video, I will be deciding for myself which airline is the worst. So let's head to the airport because I'm gonna be late for my flight. Look, I'm an airplane. I'm at LAX and I am ready for my American Airlines flight. Now, for being called American Airlines, I don't think Americans, or really anyone for that matter, like this airline. Let's see what everyone has to say. Username I Need a Hug says, feeling cheated. I was supposed to go from LAX to Nashville and they canceled my flight, but just for me. Everyone else was able to board the flight except for me because they gave up my seat. This is worse than being stood up on a first date or seeing your girlfriend hanging out with your best friend. Hey, I need a hug. I'm really sorry about that, but I think you might be going through something a little bit more complicated than just American Airlines giving up your seat. I mean, the username alone. I think you might actually need a hug. Alyssa says, please do not book with American Airlines. You will save yourself many tears. The employees were rude. During takeoff, they told me to open my window shade, but my window shade would not open. So the attendant climbed across me and the other people sitting in my row and then found out that she couldn't do it. As we were exiting, the same attendant was giving me dirty looks, as if I was the one that broke the window shade. How shady. But I have to admit, it's the most action I've gotten in a long time. Alyssa, you have me like saying these out loud and I sound like I'm some sort of like crazy person. I'm actually sitting in a window seat for this flight, so I'm hoping that my window shade works, because if it doesn't, I may or may not get my personal space invaded by a flight attendant. Let's just hope he's cute. I'm kidding. Mike says, canceled, cancel, and will cancel. We were stuck at the LAX airport with our flight canceled. We had to camp and lay out on these floors that look like people threw up all over them. Let's all cancel American Airlines. I just hope that I do not have an experience like Mike, because I'm trying to go to Nashville, baby! Yes, I did just find an American Airlines employee to say Nashville, baby with me. Hey, she was great. So far, so good. Like, service, 10 out of 10. Shout out to Alicia. Update, the rumors are true. My flight has been delayed. My flight was supposed to board in about 8 minutes and now it won't be boarding for the next 2 hours. I'm getting a little bit worried because, you know, a lot of people are saying, oh, American Airlines, like, they canceled their flights. The flight attendant harassed me, the this, the that, right? I'm hoping that my flight still leaves today because I am still trying to go to Nashville, baby! American Airlines 1, Lexi, well, also one, because I met Alicia. Nashville, baby! Since I had some time to spare, I decided to start inspecting the floors, just in case my situation turned out like Mike's. I was so nervous that this delay may turn into a canceled, cancel, and will cancel situation that I asked the lady at the desk, does the flight look like it's gonna fly out today?
Can't you read? It says it on the screen.
Oh. I felt an instant wave of embarrassment. There were 2 girls at the gate literally laughing in my face. I was absolutely humiliated. How will I ever get over this feeling? Just the fruit snacks, please. I'm feeling a lot better now. I finally got to board the plane, but little did I know that the worst case scenario was about to happen. I think this might be my seat. I'm not sure though. I'm in my seat right now and it's time to test out Alyssa's review. It is time to find out for myself.
Guide you to an exit indicated needed. Exit path lighting in the aisle will stand over your head. Pull the straps to tighten and breathe normally. Put on your...
Alyssa, did you ever consider that maybe you just weren't strong enough? Update, I am in the air. Everything seems to be going pretty well. I'm just cruising at cruising altitude. I don't even know if that even made sense. I was able to get my window shade up. It took me a second to do it, but I got it. Like I said, I'm here in the sky, so obviously my flight was not canceled, and I have a seat. So no complaints here just yet. But I do have a few more things to still test out, so the rest of this plane ride is going to be strictly business. I have a lot to get done. I don't want anybody distracting me, and I am definitely not going to fall asleep. American Airlines, you make me feel proud to be an American. This flight had me feeling some type of way, but I was glad that most of the reviews were busted and no flight attendants had to crawl over me and invade my personal space. 3 stars. But stay tuned because we are about to start our descent. And by that, I mean stay until the end of the video because these airlines are going to get worse and worse. But first, I want to go line dance in the street. I'm gonna go to the next flight. She's back! Back at the airport. Today I'm headed to Pittsburgh on apparently one of the worst airlines to ever exist. Allegiant Airlines. Ooh. Before I got here, I looked up what the word allegiant means, and apparently it means faithful and loyal. And that is exactly what my ex-boyfriend told me he was, but he lied. And I have a feeling this airline's gonna lie to me too. Let's see what everyone has to say. Jamie says, I'm not going to let this one fly. No food services were provided. As a type 1 diabetic, I was shocked that I wasn't even offered a single effing peanut. Our plane arrived at the gate 3 hours late. I know that rhymed, but it was not intentional. I am not in good spirits. Grrr. Whoa, calm down there, Tiger. But Jamie, honestly, why would you even want a singular peanut? But anyways, I'm gonna try my best to get that peanut for you. Jared says, Allegiant, more like a giant pain in the ass. If you're looking for a flight with broken armrests, a rotten baby food with a hint of raw onion stench, and bathrooms plugged up with human feces, book your next flight with Allegiant Airlines. The way you described that stench was oddly specific and disgusting. Susan says, I call this one my baggage claim to fame. I brought my favorite suitcase on this flight. They told me there was going to be no room in the overhead bins for my bag and that I'd have to check it. Well, check this. They lost my luggage. I waited at the carousel for over an hour. The airline was never able to recover it. Bye-bye to my favorite suitcase. And then you scroll down on the review for about 5 minutes, and she says, if you see a dark green suitcase covered in Mutant Ninja Turtle stickers, please contact me via email. Well, Susan, I have 2 flights after this, so I'm in no position to lose my bag, but for you, thank you. Okay, I am now on the bus headed to my gate. Let's just hope the airplane is not late to the gate. I just arrived at my gate, and I'm hoping that Jamie's comment about the plane being late is not true, because like I said, I am trying to take Allegiant Airlines by the horns because nothing gets past me. Nothing. So here's my to-do list for this flight. Number 1, see if my plane is late. Number 2, ask for peanuts. Number 3, check out my armrest. Number 4, see if the plane smells like rotten baby food with a hint of raw onion. Number 5, check out the bathroom. And last but not least, see if my luggage arrives at my destination. Alright, well, I think I'm boarding. Boarding was supposed to be at 1:55 p.m. sharp, and it is 1:55 p.m. sharp. So far, so good. I confidently boarded the airplane because Allegiant Airlines, I'm not scared of you. I literally just sat down in my seat, and it is time to test out Jared's review about the armrest being broken. Here we go.
Here, I have room for your bag up there.
I think my armrest works. I'm just kidding, there's obviously no TVs on this flight. Not only are there no TVs, but there's no Wi-Fi on this flight either. How the hell am I supposed to watch HGTV? You know, the home renovations channel? There were so many empty seats on this flight, which made me a little worried. But who knows, maybe everyone saw the same reviews I did. Do you have peanuts?
We have cashews.
Oh, okay. No peanuts though?
No.
Okay.
We do have peanuts, but they're wrapped in this coating shell. They say M&M on it.
Oh, peanut M&Ms?
That's it. You've heard of them before.
Hey, I'm sorry, Jamie. They let me know that they did not have peanuts, but they had peanut M&Ms. But as Jamie would say, they did not have a singular effing peanut. As I was walking to the bathroom, I was sniffing around to see if I smelled what Jared was talking about. Let's just say the plane did not smell, but I did look like an idiot. Okay, I just got into the bathroom and it is time to see if the toilet has poop inside of it. By the way, guys, I just walked into this bathroom, okay? So if the toilet has poop in it, it's definitely not from me. Just putting that out there. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, thank God. Whew. I don't wash my hands.
So your service items, newspapers, magazines, and trash toward the aisle.
Oh, it's just me. I'm kidding. The pilot just announced that we will be landing soon. Honestly, I'm already getting nervous and anxious about my luggage. As you guys know, Susan had a lot to say, but the fact that her review was written about 4 months ago and she still hasn't gotten her luggage, it's a little scary. Guys, look, guess who I am? Ooh, where's my luggage? Where's my luggage? I'm Susan. Baggage claim. Oh, my camera. Oh my God. I've arrived at my baggage claim carousel. Nobody's bag has arrived yet, so I don't have anything to worry about yet, but they'll start coming out soon. Until then, I'm gonna distract myself a little bit. It's been about 15 minutes of the carousel working, luggage coming around, and not a single one has been my suitcase. I was starting to understand how Susan was feeling. As the longer I waited, the more impatient I got. But then... Yes. Take this, Susan. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. I still am keeping an eye out for your suitcase. Allegiant? More like a giant bummer. No TV, no snacks, no drinks. What did they have on this flight? Well, peanut M&Ms and the audacity to call themselves loyal and faithful. 1 star. So I have a pretty long layover here in Pittsburgh, so right now I am on a sold-out city boat tour. I know this B-roll makes this tour seem super exciting, but trust me, it was very boring. The only good thing about it was this nice guy waving at me. Hey, Gerald. I don't know if his name is actually Gerald, I'm just, you know, guessing. Go Pittsburgh! Southwest Airlines, or should I say Northeast Airlines. I'm kidding, that was dumb. I've been on so many flights lately, I feel like my brain is still somewhere in the sky, so forget I said all that. Let's see what people have to say about this airline. Nate says, I flew from Pittsburgh and the Southwest terminal was trash. I was at gate A7 and there were no snack shops nearby, not enough seats, and Bertha working at the front desk was beyond rude. Well, Nate, luckily for you, I'm in Pittsburgh flying out of gate A7 and we're gonna see if that terminal is actually trash. And I'm also gonna confront Bertha for you because, you know, who knows, maybe you deserved it. I don't know. Maddie says, early bird gets the worm. Well, on Southwest, if you get the early bird, you end up getting no worms and practically a shared seat. When I got to my seat, everything was fine until the person next to me sat down. They pulled the armrest in between us up and was practically sitting on my seat as well. Yes, I bought the early bird package here on Southwest, but if it includes worms, I don't want it. But let's just hope the passenger sitting next to me is not sitting on top of me. Unless they're cute. Kelsey says, Southwest tried to kill me. And then she inserted a photo of a hurricane with no context. Kelsey, are you okay? Is everything good with you? You're kind of scaring me. But hey, at least you were able to write the review. So that means you're not dead. Unless your spirit is writing this review. Okay, you know what? Sorry. Scott says, worst airline ever. Worst airline ever. Delay after delay every week. The plane didn't have any plugs, no TVs, and they offered everyone else pretzels but me. When we landed, we stayed in the plane for an extra 75 minutes without an explanation. If I could fly on Emu instead, I would. They suck. And then they typed something along the lines of and Scott also inserted a picture of an emu. For anyone that doesn't know, an emu is a bird, so he's pretty much saying he would rather fly on a literal bird than fly on Southwest Airlines. I'm just gonna take this all in and get ready for a takeoff. I don't even know if that's... I'm just gonna go. I just arrived at my gate, A7, the one Nate was talking about. I have an entire checklist of things that I need to do. Number 1, see how far the snack shop is. Number 2, ask about Bertha. 3, see if the early bird seating is real. Make sure my armrest is down the entire flight. See if the plane has plugs, TVs, and pretzels. I'm gonna see if I get stuck on the tarmac for 75 minutes after we land. And finally, I will be figuring out whether or not I would rather fly on an emu. Well, first things first, let's get a snack. And we're gonna see how long it takes us. Timer starts in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm here. Really, Nate? The next thing on my list was to find Bertha.
Hi, how can I help you?
I wanted to see if there was somebody named Bertha that works here.
Oh, that's me.
I was just kind of wondering if you knew where the bathroom was.
Yeah, to your left.
I was not expecting the woman that I was talking to actually be Bertha, and I got so embarrassed that I took my snacks to the bathroom and I ate them in the stall. I made it to my gate, proceeded to board my flight, and all was well until... Gotcha. Just kidding, guys.
Something to drink. Can I have a Coke? Coke. Do you guys have pretzels? We'll be handing out a snack.
Look what I got. Take this, Scott. I got a bag of pretzels, and so did the rest of the plane. I think maybe you not getting pretzels was a personal attack. So Scott was right about there being no plugs and no TVs, so I will be sitting like this for the rest of the flight. Just kidding, I'm actually gonna be looking like this. As the flight continued, the lady next to me started to fall asleep. And that got me pretty worried. I mean, what if she fell asleep onto me? We just landed on the ground. It is 3:36. And we are going to see how long it takes us to get off of this plane. Because Scott said that it took 75 minutes to get off the plane. So, we're gonna see. Hopefully it's not 75 minutes. We literally landed maybe 5 minutes ago, and the seatbelt sign just came off to deplane the plane. So Scott, you've been wrong about a lot of things. I don't know if I trust you as a person. Guys, everybody don't date Scott. He's a manipulative liar, and he's probably very toxic. I have another plane to catch, so I have to hurry. A lot of things went south, west, on and before this flight. I was able to meet Bertha, but got too scared to confront her. Got manipulated by Scott and his review, and the wheel of the plane flew off. I'm kidding again. 2 stars. As you guys just saw, I was rushing through the airport trying to catch my next flight until I realized that I was at the wrong airport. So I am now in the car driving to the correct airport to catch my next flight on United Airlines. Their slogan says, "Good leads the way," but every review on here is not good. So let's see what people have to say. Passport 36901363 says, "Crap. If you want to get your flight delayed, waste your money, and sit in a sauna plane, fly United. And if you want to be extra miserable, then marry my wife on top of it." Well, passport with a bunch of numbers, who doesn't love a good sauna? And also, have you considered maybe filing for a divorce? But honestly, at this point, I hope that my flight is delayed because as of right now, I'm not making this flight. Jay says, "Poop in my gag bag. When I got on the plane, everything was good until an hour into my flight. I was starting to feel sick from an awful smell around me. I grabbed the sickness bag from the seat pocket in front of me and was greeted with a surprise. Oh yes, poop and gag bag. This is not okay, United Airlines. The plane needs to be checked and cleaned thoroughly, and that's the reason I will never fly United again." Jay, I am so sorry that you went through this. I actually wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. But yeah, United, that's just straight up not okay. That's just a bunch of crap. Get it? TripAdvisor Adam says, "United, we aren't. They delayed and changed my flight 7 times. The planes were old, outdated, bathroom toilet didn't flush, no toilet paper. I asked for a Coke and they gave me a Pepsi. We'll never fly this airline again." Well, TripAdvisor Adam, that review gave me a trip. But 7 times is actually ridiculous. Like at that point, maybe consider, you know, a different type of transportation. But these reviews are kind of giving me hope because as of right now, if my plane leaves on time, I am not leaving with the plane. I will miss it. Hopefully the next time I see you guys, I will be at the gate with 10 minutes to spare. As I boarded my last flight, all I could think about was checking the gag bag, which made me more nervous to get to my seat. I just sat down in my seat and the first thing I noticed is, yes, this plane is outdated. There's no TV. The username Passport with a bunch of numbers said that this plane is like a sauna, and they are 100% right. It is very hot in here. Like I'm getting ready to take my sweatshirt off. But thank God my flight's not delayed, and I don't have to marry your wife. We are officially up in the air, and things are going okay. So far, I've noticed that there is a gross piece of hair attached to my window, and it looks like it's being stuck on there by some sort of bodily fluid. It looks like someone literally like sneezed on the window and then like grabbed a nose hair, like plucked it out and then put it on the window. Sorry, I know that was descriptive, but that's just what I think happened. I know you guys remember what Jay said. I can't get it out of my head, so I think what we have to do is find out for ourselves right now, is there going to be poop in my gag bag? If there is poop in my gag bag, then yes, the bag is definitely going to turn into a gag bag because I will probably throw up. The gag bag is right here, and now I'm just going to look inside of it. And here we go. Please don't be poop in here. Thank God Jay's wrong. I don't know what I would have done if there was poop in this bag. I just arrived in the bathroom. As you guys know, TripAdvisor Adam had 2 things to say about this bathroom. He said that 1, the toilet did not flush, and 2, there was no toilet paper. Let's find this out for ourselves. Hey Adam, want some of this? It is now time to see if the toilet flushes. The kind flight attendant just handed me a fruit bar, and that's it. No, literally, like, that's it. I'm pretty sure that this fruit bar is what was in Jay's barf bag. Doesn't this kind of look like a piece of poop? I mean, I wouldn't know what a piece of poop looks like, because, like, I've never done that. But, like, if I had to guess, I'd say it probably looks something like this. I shouldn't have said that. Now that makes this taste disgusting. Alright, TripAdvisor Adam. Now, I know what you said about your Coke tasting like Pepsi, but this is a Coke can. I'd be really surprised if there was Pepsi in here, but I'm not going to speak too soon. Let's find out for ourselves. Okay, cheers. Adam, that's Coke. This plane was hotter than me, which, as you have probably already imagined, is pretty hot. The piece of nose hair on the window is still haunting me, but there was nothing scarier than the review about the gag bag. 1 star. Well, there you guys have it. I traveled around the entire country to test out the worst rated airlines for you guys. I had some good experiences and some bad, but along the way I've met new friends, danced in the streets, and even collected enough Sky Mile points to earn me a free flight to Cancun. Salud!